my friends, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am your host, the Dark Knight. It's that time again, so close the door, shut the curtains, and turn off the lights, and go full screen as you get ready to watch 5 real scariest cases of the paranormal, caught on camera. There's something out there. Our first case has been covered many times by many channels, but after researching her account and the haunting, and after watching her video evidence and researching into her background, I came to one definitive conclusion: her paranormal story hasn't been fully told properly. So bear with me as I deep dive into the TikTok account known as Peachassassin99. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Dark Knight, we already know about this case. Well, you haven't heard my analysis about the haunting. The TikTok account Peachassassin99 is owned and run by a young woman called Lauren Coombs. She was born and raised by her family in Texas. Growing up, she was into skateboarding and music, friends and fashion. Apart from music, which was one of her greatest passions, she would travel all across Texas, traveling to and from concerts, music festivals, and rock parties. Her favorite band of all time was called Alexandria. Her other passion in life was her animals, and her dogs were her favorite pets. And as she grew up and got her own house, these dogs would play an important role in detecting the paranormal around her. Sometime later, Lauren moved into this house, which sat on 3 acres of private land. The house sits in the middle of a forest, and there's a lake on one side too. Now, it's not just because I'm into the paranormal or because this is a scary channel, but the land surrounding her home is very creepy. In fact, as soon as you see it, it reminds you of every scary horror movie that you've ever seen, like The Evil Dead, The Conjuring, or The Cabin in the Woods. One day, she was walking her dogs and she came across something sinister. Now, me personally, I wouldn't have touched it, but being a curious, bored young woman, Lauren took it home. Watch.
So I have a bunch of trees in my backyard, but there's this one that doesn't look like the other trees. So I'm gonna go check that one out because it has pretty red leaves or flowers next to it, and it's interesting. I'm wearing my work boots, so in case my dog runs off, I'm not chasing after her barefoot. So here's the tree. It's dead, but it's very pretty. And there's these weird things that are in it. I don't know what that's for. And it has crazy holes that I like. But here's the pretty red things. Flowers. No, they're leaves. Those are leaves. Oh. I like you. What is that?
Through my research, I found out the exact location of Lauren's home, which I won't be revealing for obvious reasons. The house itself isn't remarkable. It doesn't have any tragic history or any sinister deaths tied to it. It's just an old house. But the land itself, well, that's a complete different story. You see, from using the exact location and cross-referencing people and cultures that lived on the land, I found out that this land that Lauren's house sits on was 100% home to Native American tribes. Native Americans lived in this region we now know as Texas thousands of years before the European explorers ever set foot in the area. Many different Native American groups, including the Karankawa, Kadu, Neches, Tonkawa, Apache, Kiowa, and the Comanche tribes made their lives in the lands of Texas and its woods, plains, and coastal areas. But more importantly, for our case, Lauren's home sits on the land that was home to the Wichita tribe. Now, we've all heard the stories, seen the documentaries, read the books, and watched the films. At different times through history, for a variety of reasons, the Native American tribes were forced off their land. And if they didn't live peacefully, then bad things happened. And through years of Native American history, we know that tribe leaders cursed these lands that once they called home. And if anyone were to reclaim it, then the fury and the pain of the tribes would be unleashed. So now you know the background history of the land that Lauren lives on. So when weird, strange, and scary things started happening, it made sense. Watch.
So my landlord sends me this picture because she's trying to take pictures of the new windows that got replaced. And she says, WTF is in the left window next to the chimney. I don't own any dolls. I have a cat, but it's a kitten. I try to recreate it to see if I can somehow make myself feel better. There's scratches on the windowsill for some reason. I'm in the same spot that she was when she took the picture, and I can't figure it out. I hate dolls. I don't own them. I'm terrified. I live by myself, and I don't know what to do.
So Lauren's landlord sent her this photo of something that he captured in the window. It does look like a doll, but as Lauren says in the video, she doesn't own any dolls, and there was nothing in the window that would cause this. So we're left with two options. Number one, it was a hoax. But there was so much paranormal evidence that it could only point to one theory. Number two, that the image caught in the window by her landlord was a spirit.
Luna, come on.
What you just watched was a common occurrence at Lauren's house, and it wasn't anything to do with faulty wiring. Her doorbell started ringing daily. She'd answered the door, only for the doorbell to start ringing a few seconds later. Also, the activity escalated to knocking, banging, and footsteps. Ever since I started Project Dark Knight, I've always said and stood by what I'm about to say next. If this happens to you and you feel it's not normal, you should never ever answer the door. You can always look out of the window or through the spy hole to check if anyone's there. By opening up the door, you're opening up and letting the spirits into your home and life. Most spirits can walk through walls, but there are laws and rules that they must abide by, just as we do. The door knocking or ringing is symbolic, and by you opening the door, it's a gesture to enter, so please be careful. And if you're not sure, you can always check through the window. Once you open that first initial door knocking, the activity will always amp up, and that's exactly what happened to Lauren. Watch.
What you doing on the camera? Chilling here, being a kitty cat.
Did you do that?
No. No. Chilling here, being a kitty cat.
Did you do that?
No. No.
Once the spirit had entered Lauren's home, things started to move. Small things at first. Then her dog started to feel and notice something was wrong. Dogs have a sixth sense of their own, and they can see things that us humans can't.
What? What is wrong with you? Luna. What is wrong? What? What? Turtle. What? What's wrong with you too? Are you good? Oh my god. Freak.
One day, Lauren was watching TV when some books fell off the shelf. By this time, she had installed a camera in her home because she didn't feel safe, and she lived by herself.
It's 6 to find out my final answer. Whoa, I'm sorry to keep you. But I'm not sorry that I can't find something. 19 minutes, people. Just to be clear, 19 minutes until 6 o'clock. This brings a whole new level.
So I'm trying to be as calm as possible with all this stuff that is going on in my house. The books fell from that shelf. Thank you, Turtle. These are the books that fell, which is fine. Ignore my nails. I dyed someone's hair. This was one. The other. This one wouldn't be so bad if what was said on the TV as soon as the books fell, right after. What the shit?
So 4 books fell off the shelf. The first one was a book about ghosts. The second was a storybook. But the third book, that was titled 19 Minutes. Now, that's not strange by itself. But if you listen to what was said on the TV after the books fell, that will make you wonder.
It's 6 to find out my final answer. Whoa, I'm sorry to keep you. But I'm not sorry that I can't find something. 19 minutes, people. Just to be clear, 19 minutes until 6 o'clock.
Then, from here onwards, the activity got worse. Watch.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So before this video, Lauren said that she bought some equipment to make contact. I don't know what was said or how she did it, but things at home only got worse. She did try to make some changes though. For example, she looked out of the window when the doorbell rang or there was knocking, instead of just opening up the door. But this change came too little, too late.
Fucking water's on. She's flipping out.
Holy crap, Mom! What are you eating? Wow, you really feel the purpose. I'll probably feel better.
Literally
once I'm
just turned
outside,
back on
you
as
know.
soon as I sat down.
I don't see the force.
Oh my god. Luna.
No, I'm here. I guess I just live out my days as a people. Try not to die, I suppose. Except that this is hard mode, and I don't know.
Over the following months, gradually, day by day, night by night, Lauren felt a darkness surrounding her. She felt it when she was outside having a smoke, or when walking her dog. She always felt as if she was being followed or being watched, and her dog felt it too. That feeling when the hair stand up on the back of your neck, or when you get a chill that runs down your spine, that's when you know something is with you, and you should always listen to your instinct. Then the activity got physical. At 3:10 in the morning, while Lauren sat in the living room watching TV, she felt a presence walk up behind her and pull her hair. The entity had drew a line in the sand, and it was letting Lauren know that it was malevolent.
Because my shirt is 6 and I'm 1.
I gave you 6 points, I'm deducting 7. This is ridiculous.
Don't make me think about numbers again.
A brave and accurate decision. Yes,
Thank you.
aye, Captain.
Yes.
Yeah, holy Captain, your horticulture is high.
I gave you 6 points, I'm deducting 7. This is ridiculous.
Don't make me think about numbers again.
A brave and accurate decision.
What could she do? She lived alone, so she didn't have that immediate moral support. She tried to reach out to some psychics for help, but they all lived too far away. So she suffered in silence. Not long after this, Lauren got a roommate, one of her friends from town. This helped soothe Lauren's nerves a little. At least she wasn't alone, right? But the activity persisted. Then, on the 21st of September last year, the entity finally showed itself. And I think I know why. So first her dog started barking and whining, looking out of the back window. So Lauren decided to check the cameras, and what she saw on the screen was strange, to say the least. What you're looking at is the back of Lauren's house, and Just behind the tree line, something can be seen darting in and out of the trees. To me, it looks like a pale white face or a head, and the body is all blacked out. It looks like it's pacing left to right, and it stops to look at the house. This only happened after Lauren's friends started to stay over, so I think the entity got more angry, and instead of making Lauren leave, instead another person set foot on the property, and this angered the entity, probably leading it to be seen. Lauren's had to make the best of her situation. She can't leave due to money reasons. Also, it's really hard to just up and leave like that. People always say it without thinking, why don't you just move? But the truth is, it's really not that simple. Unless you're rich or you got multiple properties, you have to stay put. Also, there's always that chance that even if you do move homes, you still might be followed by the entity.
I gotta wait for my work clothes to dry.
Okay, I'm hungry.
I understand that. I can't just not leave without my work clothes.
Okay, that's fair. Well, do you want me to just make something here?
What do you have?
I mean, like pizzas or maybe chicken nuggets, nothing crazy.
Do you have ranch at your house?
No, can you bring your lunch?
Can you bring mine?
Come on.
Dude, my fucking door just closed.
Is that the slam sound one?
Yes. And it's locked.
What the fuck?
I just got locked out of my house.
There's no one there.
Yes, nobody's here.
That's kind of scary. Where's the door?
Luna! Luna's inside by herself. I don't even see her in there.
Well,
Hang on.
Don't do anything rash. Lady? Hello? Oh, fuck, she's nudged us.
Luna! 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 Luna!
Then, a few weeks ago, Lauren posted the most recent update, and it was quite worrying. Watch.
Luna, come here. Sit. Come here. Fuck. Can't see.
What you didn't hear was the loud thumping footsteps running up to the house on the gravel, which woke Lauren up. The dogs jumped up on the bed, and that's when she started recording. And immediately her ears are filled with knocking on the bedroom window. Only mere inches of glass separates her from something that means her harm. Half asleep, she opens the bedroom window. In hindsight, maybe opening up the window like that in the middle of the night wasn't her greatest moment, but in her defense, she had just woken up. Now there was only silence. As she looked out into the cool, dark night, she sees nothing. But then, as she withdrew, she suddenly screams, because at that exact moment, Lauren said that something growled in her ear, and she felt its cold breath on her skin. So, did something enter her room when she opened the window? Or was it already in? It's not a case of if it happened. I 100% believe everything Lauren went through is real. And the growl really shook Lauren up to her core. And ever since then, she hasn't posted anything. I've reached out to Lauren and hopefully I'll get a reply. But if you're watching this, Lauren, I hope you're well, happy and safe. Well, that's Lauren's story for now. Lauren mentioned that she was looking for a medium or a psychic near her, but they all live too far away. So if you can help Lauren and you live in Texas near the Dallas area, then please let her know. I will keep my eyes open for anything, and as soon as I hear from Lauren, I will let you know. But don't forget, when you jump over to her account, tell her the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. Our next account belongs to James Fodder, who, while out browsing at his local Goodwill, came across this so-called haunted doll. So he asked the cashier where it came from, and apparently some guy came in and left it on a shelf and tried to walk out without saying anything. So one man's trash is another man's treasure, and in came James looking for just that amongst Goodwill's cluttering bargains. And straight away he said the doll caught his eye because he said it was worth, quote, big bucks. And so James took it home.
Just bought this creepy looking doll from Goodwill. An employee said the owner wanted to get rid of it ASAP. I still went ahead and bought it lol. This is gonna be fun. My camera is programmed to move wherever it detects motion. Is it detecting a spirit?
So like he says in the clip, the camera moves in the direction it detects movement. But in the following clips, the camera keeps focusing on something that isn't there. It should have stayed motionless and remained on the doll. But then something happens in the next few clips that proves James just might be right. If you blink, you'll miss it. Well, did you see it? I'll play it again for you. Now keep your eyes on the doorway in the middle. Something rolls out that looks like a shadow ball. People straight away assumed it was a cat, but James commented that he didn't have any pets. So, what was it? Then, over the next few days, the doll started to move. Only a little at first, but James caught it on camera. Watch. The doll moves a lot in this clip. Also, there are a lot of orbs flying around where there wasn't any before. It's terrifying to see this doll move around like this, and if you think about the sequence of how it happened, it's even more interesting. At first, nothing happened, just the camera was moving, focusing on something that wasn't there. Then the shadow ball appeared. And then the doll started moving 5 days after arriving at the house. And on the night it moved, mysteriously the room was filled with orbs. If you want to check out James's full story and watch all his other clips that I didn't show, then jump on over to his account. The name is on screen. And just as usual, remember, when you get there, drop him a comment, but don't forget, tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. The update of Jeffrey the Doll. For our next case, we're checking back in with Jacob, who was left a creepy old house in his grandmother's will. Now, that was very kind of Jacob's grandmother. To be left a house, he should be over the moon, right? The thing is, the house itself looks like something straight out of a slasher movie. It's very dark and dingy, and the walls and carpet and decor look like they haven't been changed since the 50s. The last time we saw Jacob, we learned that not only was he left a house, but his grandmother also left him one of her most cherished objects, which turned out to be something that scared Jacob as a child. He remembers clearly visiting his grandmother's house when he was just a boy and having nightmares about Jeffrey the doll. So, when he found out that it was left for him, can you imagine how he felt? But it turns out that his fear was well placed, because when Jacob started staying overnight while fixing up the house, he started to notice strange, scary activity, and what's more, the activity was centered around Jeffrey the doll. So last time, Jacob was woken up in the middle of the night to the sounds of knocking coming from his closet, which was right opposite his bed in the video.
I just heard knocking from the closet.
Over the next few weeks, things went from bad to worse and the activity escalated. Then Jacob went dark and stopped posting for a few weeks. And then, suddenly, on the 9th of April, Jacob posted an update.
Hey guys, Jacob back again with wanted to do an update on how it's going with the house. I have some things I wanted to show you guys. I've been working on the basement for a while now, so it's got a little workspace going on down here, but it gets pretty cold down here sometimes. You know, I wanted to show you some of the cool things I found down here. But the coolest thing is this guy. Freaking cold down here, guys. So luckily I have this to keep me warm. And the best part is that it rotates around on a timer, so the whole area can be warm. But anyways, I've been reading some comments that you guys left me about your own paranormal experiences, and I gotta say, man, after last time, you know, I feel it too, man. Anyways, just wanted to let you guys know what I've been up to. Thanks. I know you guys have been wondering what's going on with the creepy puppet, Jeffrey, and I just wanted to let you guys know what we've done. So after the last video, I just wasn't comfortable with him in the same room with me, so I've placed him somewhere else. As you can see, move him to this room. It's pretty empty. I just want him in a separate room from me, and I don't want to feel like someone's watching me, you know? Anyways, that's what's going on with Jeffrey. I'll keep you guys updated.
So because of the paranormal activity, Jacob put the clown jester doll in another room, away from his, so he could continue working on the house in peace. But that wasn't going to stop the paranormal activity from happening. Now, I don't know why Jacob just didn't get rid of the doll. Maybe he felt that his grandmother would disapprove. Either way, things didn't get any better. In fact, they only got worse. Watch.
I just heard banging.
So this time, Jeffrey the doll wasn't even in the room, but Jacob was woken up to the sounds of knocking on the wall. The same wall that the doll was behind. So Jacob goes to check to make sure that Jeffrey is still there. Just then, all of a sudden, a loud bang is heard from the bottom of the stairs. Then, as Jacob looks down over the stairs, you can actually hear the sound of something coming up. One by one, you can hear the stairs creak as something unseen makes its way up towards Jacob. After the fourth step, it stops. Then, Jeffrey's door can be heard opening, and to Jacob's horror, the clown doll is looking straight at him. When the clip ended, Jacob said that he went straight back to his bedroom and locked the door. Now, I don't know if you heard this because it's very faint, and also Jacob's breathing very heavily at the time. But as he's looking down over the stairs and something's walking up, on the first and second step, you can hear the voice of a female singing. It's very hard to hear, but if you use headphones, you should be able to pick it up. I'll try to enhance the sound for you. So, did you hear it? So does this mean that there's more than one spirit in the house? And is it the spirit of Jacob's grandmother, destined to walk the halls and corridors of her once beloved house? Or is it something else? After this, Jacob decided that next door wasn't far enough, so he put Jeffrey the doll down in the basement.
Guys, this is the results so far. I'm gonna leave him here for now, but I think I'm gonna put a camera here. Jeffrey's still here, so we're gonna see if there's anything I miss.
With Jeffrey the haunted doll safely far away down in the basement, and with the camera positioned on him, Jacob was able to get back to his much needed work on the house. The following clips you're about to see are the result of what Jacob caught. Watch. I want you to watch the area circled near the fan. Everything looks normal until this. All of a sudden, you see a shadow move, like a wisp of smoke. So, what do you think it is? It's definitely not matrixing, and it's not in any of the other clips. I guess we'll have to add this to the already growing pile of mysteries that surround Jeffrey the doll. And then there was this. Yet another night and yet another occurrence. Something doesn't like being recorded. Whether it's the house that's haunted, or Jeffrey the doll, or both, you can't deny that there's definitely something going on in Jacob's house. We don't know the full extent of what took place in this house through its history, or if anyone died here other than Jacob's grandmother. But as soon as I find out anything new, I will let you know. But until then, if you want to check out the rest of Jacob's clips that I didn't show, then jump on over to his account. The name is on screen. And when you get there, drop him a comment or two. But don't forget, tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. The Ghost Next Door. Our next account belongs to a couple called Tom and Carleen who live here in the UK. They moved into this flat 5 years ago, but in the last 6 months, they've been harassed by paranormal activity. So Tom took it upon himself to start documenting the paranormal activity and started uploading their videos to social media to get help and advice. Now, even though their account is fairly new, it's already been picked up by a few channels, but I've noticed that their content has been shown out of order according to dates. And this isn't the first time I've come across this type of mistake. So, I'll be telling you their story of how this all started, and we'll take a deep dive into Flat 7's haunting together as we analyze their content, but in the right order. So Tom and Carleen have been experiencing paranormal activity in their flat while watching TV or lying in bed in the middle of the night or doing everyday things like cooking and cleaning. They would hear strange noises and objects and furniture moving. Also, they've been hearing footsteps running up and down in the corridor. Apart from their family and very close friends, Tom and Carleen haven't been able to talk about their problems because they didn't want to, quote, sound crazy. Tom and Carleen join thousands of people all around the world every year who feel like they can't talk about or get help for their paranormal problems in case they are ridiculed or labeled as crazy. So they do what everyone else does, and that's to suffer the prolonged paranormal activity. But thank God we invented social media, because more and more people every year are turning to platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook in the safety of their own homes to document, prove, and get help for paranormal problems like Tom and Carleen's. Now, I have to address the elephant in the room, or in this case, the Ouija board. Tom and Carleen have expressed many times that they've never used a Ouija board that they were given as a present from their friends. Personally, I wouldn't even keep it in the house. It's a tool to contact the dead more than decoration, but if you're adamant in keeping one in your home as decoration, then you should never place the planchette anywhere near the board. As you watch their paranormal story unfold, you'll witness something unholy that now dwells in Tom and Carleen's home. And Tom managed to capture it on camera. Tom was watching TV one night when he heard a noise, so he paused the TV and he could see and hear the living room door was moving. This was the first time that he started to document the activity because he felt that no one would believe him. Watch.
What the fuck? What the fuck? See, it's still happening. Honestly, this is all the time. Whoa, Jesus. The cat scared the shit out of me. What the fuck? Rory, you were really scaring the shit out of me. Fuck. I know Rory didn't do that. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck happened, Rory?
Every time Tom opens the door, you get the feeling that something will be there watching him from the shadows. Well, as the days go by, the entity gets stronger and stronger, and Tom will catch the entity on camera. He doesn't know it yet. Keep your eyes on the cat tunnel which is on the floor. All of a sudden, you hear movement, and a split second later, the cat tunnel has been moved onto the sofa. And again, the cat looks confused.
Door's rattling again. Where's Rory? Oh, he's up there. Right, so I'm just in the toilet, and as you can hear, the door's rattling. So I feel quite trapped, but I'm going to open it and see what happens. It would help if I actually unlocked the door, wouldn't it? Was that you? That couldn't have been you. Oh, fuck off.
Did you hear it?
Oh, fuck off.
Because they couldn't have their cameras at the ready at all times, and you never know when the paranormal will strike next, the couple decided to buy this motion detector camera. And it worked. And this was its first capture. Watch.
Storytelling which you cannot see. When you think from the heart and you mean what you think, it's a beautiful moment and a beautiful thing. And well, it's what the fuck? The draw. It's a beautiful moment and a beautiful thing. And
Then Tom started communicating with the entity to try to get some answers. Now, we all know that K2s can be debunked, and they're not the most trustworthy of devices. But Tom's not holding it. Also, he seems to be away from it. And as soon as he asks the entity to touch the device, it seems to oblige, and you see the lights flash. The stronger the entity, or the electromagnetic energy, the higher the light climbs, and it climbs all the way to the red, showing a strong electromagnetic field. Eight days after communicating with the entity, the activity took a turn for the worse. Now it was moving their bedroom door and keeping them awake at night. I know it's tempting to talk to the spirits in your home, but you really shouldn't, especially if you already know that your house is haunted. By asking the entity to move an object or make a noise, you're opening up a line of communication. Instead of telling it that it's not welcome, you're making it believe that it is. And so the entity will now make its presence be known a little more, and it will test the boundaries by coming closer.
Wake up. Wake up. The door's rattling. The door's rattling.
Tom and Carlene go out for the day, and they leave the new camera running. And later they come home to find that things have been moved out of place. Imagine how you would feel to come home to find your doors, cupboards and drawers open, like someone has been there. Watch.
You got everything. Oh, really?
Rory! What happened, Rory?
Right, so I'm working from home, and as usual, some madness going on in the hallway.
Hell, stop! Hell, stop!
Right, so this is a video that we posted a few weeks ago. We've noticed something that we didn't initially notice. Obviously you've got the cupboard door opening and things falling out the cupboard and the orb. But if you look at the bottom of the screen, you've got Rory coming out the other end of his tunnel. And he looks like he gets attacked. It's really messed up. Look, here's a closer look. That's so strange.
Then the dreaded knocking started. This phenomenon happens all over the world, and we know it's symbolic. Door knocking usually happens once an entity has gained a level of strength and presence in their home. The act of knocking on a homeowner's door is the entity's way of stating its presence and dominance over the family and dwelling. And once again, I always say you should never ever answer the door. By opening the door, you're unwittingly welcoming it into your home. Now, I know some of you will think but it's already part of their life. But this gesture is always followed by a spike in activity. Watch.
Right, so the doorbell's going. We're not expecting anyone. So I'm just filming just in case it is more activity.
So weird. There's not even anyone out there.
Why is it so bright? What's going on? What the hell? Alright, so we're just watching TV and the lampshade's been moving on its own. We've no idea why. There's no window open, there's no reason why it should be moving, but it keeps moving. I have no idea why. So, someone can explain that to me. Oh, Rory wants to play with his elastic band. But there's no one in the room, there's no reason why it should be moving, but it keeps moving. See? Just trying to enjoy a Starbucks whilst watching David Attenborough. And this is happening.
Maybe like David Attenborough.
Also, for anyone wondering, there's no one over there. There's no one over there. You know, it's still moving. So, someone please explain that to me. Right, so there's something making a noise in the hallway again. What the fuck? It's not the cupboard. Oh, fuck off.
What?
There's no one in here.
Behind the door.
There's no one behind the door.
Yeah, how am I now? What? Yeah.
What the fuck? Right, we've just paused the TV because Carleen reckons the candles moved.
It did.
Well, I didn't see it, but I just want to film just to see if it happens again. So, can you move the candle again, please? Nothing's happening.
It did do it. It moved.
Can you please move the candle again?
See?
What the fuck? It fucking moved.
I told you.
Can you move the candle again, please? Try really hard to move the candle. It's fucking moving.
Told you.
Can you try again?
Oh my god.
And then it happened. Whether it was because they communicated with the entity or because they opened the door, whatever the reason, the entity decided to reveal itself. This is a message I received from the couple. Watch.
So the door's rattling again. So I'm just going to go and open it.
And that the couple was shaken up. Now, I hope I'm wrong, but if the haunting continues to play out the way it has been, then it's fair to say that this entity will be making another appearance. Tom and Carleen have to assert their dominance over this entity over the coming weeks and months to come. It seems this haunting has progressed very fast, and what normally should have taken months has all occurred in the matter of weeks. This tells me that the haunting is very strong, but Tom and Carleen look strong too, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm in contact with the couple, and as soon as they have any updates, I will let you know. So until then, if you want to watch the clips that I didn't show, then jump on over to their account. Their name is on screen. Tom and Carlene are a lovely couple, and they're trying to do what's right by their family. And this haunting is really making their life difficult. So, if you can help or you have any advice and you're serious, then drop them a comment and make yourself be known. I promised Tom and Carlene that I'd send my Dark Knights over to their account for moral support and help and advice. So when you get there, blow up their comment section. But don't forget, tell them the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you.
So we're just watching TV, and I've noticed that the light in our bedroom keeps flickering on and off. So I don't know what that's all about, but I'm going to check it out and see what the fuck's going on. What is it, Rory?
In charge is 37-year-old executive chef Peter Sanchez Iglesias.
What the fuck? Can't see shit. Every time. What the hell is going on?
If you've seen something scary, creepy, or amazing, and you captured something paranormal on camera, or maybe you're a paranormal investigator and you need some help to get your content out there, or you might be unlucky enough to live in a haunted house and you need some help and advice because you think you're all alone. Well, you're not. Project Dark Knight Horror is here for you. So send in your videos, clips, links, photos, stories, ideas, and more to Project Dark Knight. The email is on screen. Thank you. The Haunted Student. Our final case is an old one, and I featured it at the beginning of my paranormal journey some time ago. But I've recently been in contact with Dominic, and he's also made an update. And he's promised me more updates to come. Now, let's take a trip back to June 2021. While the world was still reeling because of COVID and Iran's nuclear program advanced, one American student named Dom was just coming to terms that his flat was haunted. During the day, he'd be at university studying and happy to be away from the activity. But, unfortunately, during the night when he wasn't working, he had to return to his flat. And the following 8 clips is what he recorded. Watch.
Guys, like, what the heck? I'm home alone right now. I'm literally like shaking right now. And my door keeps on moving by itself. There's like no windows open or nothing. And I'm definitely home alone. Like, what the, oh my, what the fuck? Hello? Hello? Is anybody in here? What in the heck? Hello? I swear you bet. What the fuck? Hello?
You better not be pranking me right now. What the hell? Oh! Guys, you literally will not believe this. I literally just had that door thing happening, and now I have that happening. There is nobody in there, and now I have my freaking lights going on and off when I'm trying to sleep. This is absolutely ridiculous. This has been happening for the past 5 minutes. And like, how is anybody supposed to sleep? What the? Hello? Hello? I really don't appreciate this. It needs to stop. You gotta be kidding me. Not again.
Dominic was terrorized during the night. Whenever he tried to sleep, the lights would turn on and off by themselves. He'd lie in bed and wait for it to stop on its own because he was just too scared to get out of bed. Also, he lived on his own, which must have been so scary for him. When he was asked about moving, he mentioned that he couldn't afford it. So, he had to suffer the paranormal. During the previous clip, I picked up on a sound in the background. It didn't come from Dom because he was breathing heavily. So, have a listen and let me know down below your 2 cents.
Hello? 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 Hey guys, just waking up, getting ready for work, and here we go once again. We got this door moving. We got my bathroom door moving. Hey, please stop, spirits. Please. I'm actually, like, honestly scared to go check right now because what if something's like... Oh my... Oh. Please stop. Please. Hello? Just like I thought. Please stop. This is enough. This is enough.
During this time, Dom was following the advice he was given in the comments, and the popular theme was that he should sage his flat. Now, burning sage cleanses 94% of airborne bacteria, and it disinfects the air by releasing negative ions, which is scientifically linked to putting people into positive moods. Also, the Native Americans had a theory that it expels bad vibes and leftover energy. Using sage isn't a cure-all, but sometimes, especially if the spirit is powerful and it doesn't want to be expelled, then saging can make the activity rile up. So, it's best to be careful, get advice, and take it slow.
Hey guys, so I just got home from work, and I was reading through your comments. Of course, I already got this happening. Got this door creaking, moving once again. Stop. I said stop. Kitty? Kitty? Stop. I said stop. What the hell? Let me in the door. Spirits, this is enough. I said stop. Enough is enough. Okay. I said stop.
Dom tried his best to follow the advice and be strong and don't show fear, but it was just too hard, and I don't blame him. Just when Dom thought he could be strong and beat this, one night he woke up to something absolutely terrifying. So Dom wakes up because he hears a noise from his closet and looks over and sees a tall shadow figure standing and watching him. God knows how long it was standing there while he slept.
I need to sleep. Stop. You need to leave. This is my home. You need to stop. This is my home. Like always, nothing. Stop. Turn it off. I need to sleep. Thank you. Now leave. Turn it off. Oh my. Hey guys, sorry I haven't posted anything in a couple days. Kind of busy with life. Speaking of life, I got this reading right here. Trying to focus on it, but it's kind of hard when you got this going on. Stop. Stop.
It's been over 2 years now, and Dom is still living the same nightmare, and he hasn't been able to leave. He's very frightened, and he doesn't sleep very much, but I know he needs help. All we can do is let him know that we're there for him, so jump on over to his account. The name is on screen. And Dom, if you're watching this, and if you need help, you can reach me via Facebook Messenger. The link is down below. But don't forget to tell him the Dark Knight sent you. Thank you. If you made it to the end, then I salute you. You proved that you're a true fan of horror. So remember, if you're interested in ghosts, poltergeists and demons, cursed objects, haunted houses and randonautica, animal attacks, serial killers and strange dark mysteries, then Project Dark Knight Horror is the channel for you. If you like what you see and you think I deserve it, then can I kindly ask you to press the subscribe button for me? It's absolutely free for you, and just with the click of your finger, you can help my channel grow. And the bigger the channel, the more videos I can make for you. This year my goal is to hit 500,000 subscribers, so I really could use some help. Before you go, I have 3 more quick things to talk about. First off, if you're a fan of horror, why not join Project Dark Knight on my private Facebook group? There, you'll be in great company. We have lots of different people from lots of different backgrounds, from lots of different countries. But we all share one thing in common, and that is our love for horror. So click the link in the description section and join the group, and let's have some fun. Next, if you didn't know, I've designed some merch. I've combined my love for horror with my love for all things urban, and what you see is the finished product. So, if you want to grab a piece of Project Dark Knight history, the link is down below. And remember, they are original to the channel and have been designed by myself, the Dark Knight. And who knows, when my channel blows up, these could become collector items. So grab them while you can. The link is down below. And lastly, I'd like to thank my lovely Patreons who have been a valuable member of Project Dark Knight. Some of the names on this list have been with me from the beginning. These names are Dawson Lip, Turtle Chief 9, Andrew M. Gross, Laura Rhodey, Cookie Ooh I Don't Know, Countess Monette, Greasy Cox, Donna Sayers, D. Michael Smith, Catherine Murphy, Trumpet, Anna, Love You Eminem, KJ Majid, Honey Badger, Charlie X24, Christy Santi Steven, Judah, Seth J, Asia C, Chris, Randy Crates, Martin Rabi, Anthony Sornoff, and Jacob Wilk. It's thanks to generous people like you who believe and support the channel that I can keep making these videos and keep the engines running at Project Dark Knight. And always remember, you've been watching Project Dark Knight Horror, and I am the Dark Knight. Signing off. Peace!
Don't ever laugh as the hearse goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your head down to your feet. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks.